Muscoot Farm is a rare breed animal farm located in Katona, New York, in the middle of Westchester County that is open to public visitors so they can learn hands-on about how a farm is operated. You don't really see turkeys unless they're on your Thanksgiving plate, but this is what they look like. My journey at Muscoot Farm all began back when I was in 2nd grade. I used to go to a summer camp program there, and they would always take us on walks. And no matter where we would go, we would all notice these thorny bushes that would scratch our legs up, and we would all come home with, like a checkerboard marked up on our legs. This area that you're standing in right now actually used to be covered with Japanese barberry. And the project really started with the idea that you could eliminate, certain types of invasive species, and by doing that, you could allow, the healthy rebalancing for the forest. We pulled out 800 feet by 800 feet of invasive plant species. Although I do really love being with the animals, the serenity and calmness of the forest area of Muscoot Farm is really what I enjoy most. When I was thinking about how I could further my project, I got this idea, I can put a nature trail in and teach people what I did. We put up 20 different plaques that identified plant species, rock formations, conservation practices. I also installed a service kiosk that visitors can go right up and they can learn about environmental conservation and get their hands dirty with that. Behind those row of bushes, there's actually 2 birdhouses that I built as part of the 2nd phase of my project. I spent hours and weeks and months consulting with the Audubon Society, the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, and it turns out the best way to help birds is to build them native habitats.
What I see in Xerxes is an attitude and a commitment to do the work that needs to get done. He will identify an issue that he can help, not just something wrong, but something he can really do to make a difference in his community. When
these barns flood, the water actually all drains and mixes with the animal sewage, and it eventually drains to the reservoir. So I brought in contractors, dug everything up with heavy equipment, laid some trap rock down for a solid foundation. And for most of the barns, we actually put in downspouts and a gutter system. Now when it rains, all the water that flows down from the roofs of most of the barns gets channeled into this gutter, which then feeds into the sewer system that takes the water away from the barn so that it won't mix with the sewage. That effectively eliminates 2 tons of annual sewage from draining into the Muscoot Reservoir.
It's keeping clean water clean, it's not going through the farm where it's going to pick up anything, and so it was a huge effort and a huge gift.
Over the 4 years at Muscoot Farm, I coordinated over 125 volunteers. It's not only because I helped this many birds or installed this much pipe work. I mean, those numbers are all great, but I think at the end of the day, it's the human connection that drives you. I think the crux of the project lies in devising something that people can work on and take part in, where the effect of that is not even that it's just carried into the future, but it's magnified in the future. One of the things I'm most curious about the farm is to imagine what it would be like to visit the farm in 20 years and see the impact of my work.